Hi guys, well hello. I did not forget about our book. We're still continuing with Histoire d'Haïti. Still fighting with my light, but we will make do. This is mostly an audio thing anyways, right? So we are doing chapter 10. Yay! Only 30 more to go. So good size book, not super thick, scary big. So we are getting to the good stuff, right? Last time, I had a few comments I wanted to read, but I guess I'll do it on the next one because I can't remember from which chapter. I have to go back and figure it out. Yes, please drop your comments, drop your likes. Well, not drop your likes, but subscribe, share, give your likes, and drop your comments. So without further ado, we will continue in my butchering French of how they wrote the story from back in the days. Okay. Revolt des esclaves dans le nord. Revolt of the slaves up north. It's funny, in the US you always hear down south, but in Haiti this was up north. So les esclaves subissaient leurs misérables conditions, mais à aucun moment ils ne l'avaient accepté. So to recap real quick, the previous chapter we talked about how some slaves were freed. They called them les affranchis, but they were not allowed to do certain things. Like they could do entertainment, they could do religions, they could own land, but they were not allowed to sit at the table where decisions making were taking place. Like, for example, the vote and things like that. So you had a couple of guys who tried to fight for them, but whatever decrees were working, politics got involved. It did not happen. So this is a continuation saying that, they haven't accepted that they're free, but they can't do nothing. What's the point, right? Pretty much. So anyways, ils attendaient des circonstances favorables, un ordre pour se soulever et un chef pour les conduire. Les circonstances étaient favorables et le chef se présenta. Ce fut Boukman. Oh, Boukman! Oh my gosh, qu'en passe-t-il? Qu'en passe-t-il? Qu'en passe-t-il? So that's actually a group called Bookman Experience. So apparently this Bookman guy was very significant. His name is Duddy. Yeah. Duddy Bookman, right? Duddy, so they claim it's like dirty Bookman, and Bookman, so they claim he was like a scholar. That's why they call him the Bookman, the dirty Bookman. He wind up in Jamaica. He's from Senegambia. Senegal/Gambia now is two separate states or something. I'm not sure when he was born, but I think they say he died November 7th, 1791. So anyways, he was the guy who wound up in Haiti and started to, I guess, build the morale of the slaves to let them know that they could be invincible, they could do things, they have power. Oh yeah, they also said that he eventually became an Ougan priest. So that's why him and, if I'm not mistaken, Cecile, was it Cecile Fatima? I don't remember. They were the ones, she was a Mambo and he was a Ougan, like the voodoo priest. So they the one who coordinated that ceremony at Bois Caiman. Yes, Alligator Wood is where they had that special ceremony where all the slaves could come and vow their loyalty, if you want to say that, by drinking what I think they said was like sang cochon, the blood of the pig. And a lot of people said that the pig represented the white colonizers. So anyways, they were doing that to vow that they are going to get their liberation, that they shall be liberated. Now, from reading the history, it sounds like, there were others before him, right? And so, for some reason in history, his is the most significant because the other names, like, nobody really mentions them. But Boukman, we all know about Boukman, okay? So, they claim he was this tall guy too. Anyways, let's read on, let's find out. So, Boukman était né à la Jamaïque. I did say that. C'était un Ougan, c'est-à-dire un prêtre de vaudou. Il était de haute taille et fort comme un géant. Il exerçait une influence extraordinaire sur les autres esclaves. Just kind of what we just said. Pour décider tous les esclaves à la révolte, il organisa une cérémonie africaine au Bois Caiman, près du Cap, dans la nuit du 14 août 1791. I guess I should have read this. So yeah, we said that too. Ok, une foule l'entourait au milieu de la forêt. Soudain, un orage se déchaîne. Les assistants immobiles, saisis d'une horreur sacrée, voient une vieille négresse se dresser. Son corps tremble, elle chante, elle tourne sur elle-même et fait tournoyer un grand coutelas au-dessus de sa tête. À ce moment, on introduit un cochon noir. D'un geste vif, la prêtresse plonge son coutelas dans la gorge de l'animal. Le sang jaillit. On le distribue aux assistants et tous en boivent en jurant d'exécuter les ordres de Boukman, c'est-à-dire de tuer les Blancs et de brûler leur propriété. Wow! That sounded like, I mean, if they were saying this in English, you could just picture, envision the whole cha, 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 cha. Anyways, I'm exaggerating. OK. Le soulèvement des esclaves jurés au Bois Caiman éclata vers les 10 heures du soir. De la nuit du 22 au 23 août 1791. Le lambi retentit pour donner le signal. The conch! That's where the famous conch comes from. I love that Negmaon statue. Des bandes de noirs, fous de vengeance et de liberté, armés de torches et de coutelas, se répandirent dans la plaine du Cap. Les plus belles plantations furent brûlées et tous les blancs que les esclaves furieux rencontrèrent massacrés au coups de machette, de pique ou de couteau. Wow. This part right here, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie 10,000 BC. Doesn't this sound just like that? I don't remember the whole story, but there's a part where this guy was taken in as a slave, went to what could have been maybe Egypt, the slaves. Maybe it's a mix. It feels like it's, probably the before Joseph. What was he? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting my stories. Wow, who was the guy before Joseph? I cannot believe this. Oh, this is a shame. I cannot believe I can't recall that story. But anyways, this sounds similar. So the one in the Bible is the guy was a prince. Oh my gosh, what was the prince? I mean, there were slaves there. So they were getting rid of the babies because the pharaoh there wanted to kill anybody under 2. And so he was saved, and his own mother or his own family wound up raising him, but he was raised in the castle, right? In royalty. And then he got the call from God that he should free the people let my people. Moses! Oh! Sweet Jesus, I did not forget the Moses story. Moses. Yeah, so that sounds similar to like the Moses part where they all wind up revolting and beating them around. But if you watch the 10,000 BC story, it's the same thing. So I guess in other words, it's really true that history repeats itself then, right? Okay, so we continue. So les principaux chefs de l'insurrection furent Boukman, Jean-François Biassou. Boukman, le plus célèbre, donna l'exemple de l'énergie et du courage. I'm surprised they did not mention Jeannot. Because he was also one of those insurrected leaders as well, trying to free trying to get a revolt going. Well, okay, so his name is not there. As you can see, they only mention, what's the name? Bissot, Jean-François, but his name, Jean, is not there. Anyways, il périt dans un combat non loin de la Cule. Comme dans la croyance populaire, il ne pouvait être ni tué ni blessé. On porta sa tête au cap, où elle fut exposée sur une place publique avec cet écriteau: Tête de Boukman, chef des révoltes. Ouch! Ouch! Did you see this? They killed him. So I guess they found out that Boukman was the one behind the whole thing, so they wind up killing him. But they chopped off his head. Supposedly he said that he could not be killed or harmed, right? And then they paraded his head around in a public place. They wrote, Tête de Boukman, chef de révolte. Doesn't that sound like the whole Jesus story, right? When he was getting crucified. And they wrote something similar. Oh, wow. History repeating itself. Either that or there's a great storyteller out there that is the one behind all these stories. I'm making stuff up. Okay, so l'Ouest et le Sud imitèrent le Nord. Cependant, il n'y eut pas de révolte générale comme dans le Nord. Dans l'Ouest, les ateliers de Lacaille, du cul-de-sac de Léogane et de Jacmel se soulevèrent sous les ordres de Hyacinthe, Halaou, l'amour des rances romaine, la prophétesse, la plume, etc. We're not going to look up these names today. All right, dans le Sud, les esclaves de la plaine des Cailles se retranchèrent au Platon. Une des montagnes de la Hotte, d'où ils descendaient, souvent pour ravager les plantations et inquiéter la ville des Cailles. OK. So, la France voyait que tout était désordre dans sa colonie de Saint-Domingue. The French is panicking now. Like, what is all this hot mess going on in my colony down there? Les colons refusaient absolument de permettre aux affranchis d'exercer des droits que la métropole leur avait accordés par le décret du 8 mars 1790 et du 15 mai 1791 et commençaient même des démarches pour livrer la colonie aux Anglais. They just didn't want to give up. Like, they're still on that. Les affranchis continuent la lutte avec ardeur et menaçaient Port-au-Prince. So they continue like, okay, we heard up north got freed, okay? We deserve to get rights too. So, it's happening. It's happening. Les esclaves avaient senti et montré leur force et réclamaient la liberté. This is definitely where l'union fait la force comes in, okay? Because there is power in numbers. That is truth. Pour ces raisons, la France se décida à envoyer une commission civile à Saint-Domingue. Okay, let's see what this commission civile had to say. La première commission civile débarqua au Cap le 28 novembre 1791. Elle comprenait 3 membres, Roum, Mirbeck et Saint-Léger. They're doing it again, just giving names. One name and not the whole name. Elle avait pour mission de rétablir la paix dans la colonie. Cette mission était difficile, presque impossible. So the mission was to bring peace back. And that was a difficult task. Les colons étaient très excités et devant leur menace, la constituante avait depuis le 14 septembre annulé son décret du 15 mai en faveur des affranchis. Pour obtenir la soumission des esclaves du Nord, Saint-Léger entra en relation avec leur chef, Jean-François et Biassou. Ceux-ci étaient bien disposés et promettaient de faire entrer tous les esclaves aux ateliers moyennes, 50 libertés qu'on leur accorderait. La mauvaise foi et la morgue de l'Assemblée coloniale firent tout échouer. C'est encore Saint-Léger qui se rendit dans l'Ouest très agité à cette époque. Grâce à son courage et à son adresse, il rétablit la paix dans les régions de Léogane, de Jacmel et de Port-au-Prince. Mais la cause du trouble subsistait. Au mois d'avril 1792, la commission civile quitta Saint-Domingue à l'exception de Roum. Okay. So they came to bring peace. It felt like it was kind of working out. So they left in April. All right. So le 4 avril 1792, l'Assemblée législative qui avait remplacé la Constituante publia un décret favorable aux affranchis. D'après ce décret, les hommes de couleur et noirs libres étaient admis à voter dans les assemblées paroissiales. Ils étaient éligibles à toutes les places. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? If the slaves did not continue to fight, if the free did not continue to fight, they would have never been given this opportunity to actually vote. So people, if you believe you deserve something, you need to fight for that. If you gotta go find a whole crowd of people who believe the same thing, do so. Be a bookman to them, because at the end of the day, you push, you will win. Your persistence will win. Or others will see that you were persisting. They might rise up, even if you didn't finish the mission, to complete it, because it's very human to do, right? To get our rights. Ok, so Roum et le gouverneur Blancheland résolurent d'appliquer à Saint-Domingue le décret du 4 avril 1792. This decree been around, and they never wanted to exercise it until you had this kind of a severity, right? Slaves just revolting. The ones who were already freed are still fighting. It's like, it didn't even have to go all out there. I bet you, had they just given the affranchis their rights, they might have been okay. But you're going to let them be free and not be able to do anything, and they tell you they don't like that. They want to be just like the rest. Like, how is this person free and they can do this and I'm free and I can't? Why? What's wrong with that picture? So they got together with all the others who agreed with that and said, this is unfairness. We're not going to put up for this. We've been working our butts off. Now we're free. We want to see what it tastes like to be on the other side. You're giving me every bit. Okay. So had they allowed them to have that in the first place, maybe, just maybe, a Bookman might have not shown up and make them see things otherwise. Thank you. So ils réussirent dans l'Ouest avec l'aide des affranchis. Cara-2 se rendit aux États-Unis et Praloto fut assassiné à Saint-Malo. They got rid of Praloto. What's up with this one name? I don't like that about this book. Because now, if you look them up, I guess you could look them up, because at least Wikipedia on Google will tell you if they were related to Haiti. But still, give me like the full name, you know? Maybe I'll be just like them. I'm going to start working with just one name, okay? Just one name. No signature, no first name, no nothing. All right. Dans le sud, Blancheland obtint satisfaction partielle à Jérémie, où les hommes de couleur, prisonniers des Blancs, furent mis en liberté. Wow! Des Cailles, où il se rendit ensuite, il fit sortir 3 colonnes armées qui furent honteusement vaincus par les esclaves des Platons. Oh, the slaves won! They won this round, y'all. I mean, I keep saying slave, but you know, affranchis. I mean, the people who were fighting for this decree, at the end of the day, that's all they wanted. And look, these guys, they left with their head bowed down, ashamed for trying to fight and be like, we don't want them to be like us. What? And I guess it's still like that today, because you have the very rich who don't want anybody else to kind of get in the picture. So it's like a special round table, and not everybody's allowed. They have clubs that's like, I don't know, 50,000 to pay to get in, you know? They're keeping it tight and hard so that they can filter out the unnecessary folks that they don't want around. They only want like-minded. So if you're about grouping and hating on the others, you are welcome. Come through. But if you think you want to make change and you want everybody to have a little bit of the pie that we're eating in private, oh no, honey. No, you cannot enter. So anyways, this is the end of the chapter. I was a little bit surprised. I thought this would have had way more juice, you know, with the way they talk about like the Haitian Revolution and stuff like that. So basically, we only know about like the Bookman part after the Bois Caiman ceremony that the revolution really started. But this is also confirming that no, they've made several attempts. Okay, it wasn't the first strike and we're in. It was several attempts to get there with different leaders, but finally, with Boukman and that ceremony, it finally went through. So Boukman might have had a special, I don't know, talent to really get the slaves to stick together. Either that or really that voodooism thing worked. You know, he was a priest. The mumbo was there like transforming and doing all that. Oh, I don't know what voodoo people do. But listen, that one stuck out. And he was martyred pretty much for it at the end. But voila! So we will continue. I hope you like that chapter. If you have any questions, comments, definitely drop them below. We will continue. Oh, I didn't say what we will continue to do. So next week, chapter 11, it says, La deuxième commission civile. So we shall continue to find out the story of Haiti and how it was told, or partly told. Some people probably don't agree with this book because they claim the slave masters wrote it anyways. But, you know, I mean, I don't know. What's your take? What do you think? Thank you for tuning in, guys. Oh, by the way, I was able to get a fro. I'm so excited. I haven't been able to do a fro in a long time, so yay. Well, be blessed, and we'll see you guys next week with Reading with Moi. Toodaloo.